Hi, I'm Michael Rotz. I'm the chair of the Nature Conservation and Education Committee and a board member of the Washington Crossing Park Association. This is the final report for the Continental Lane Reforestation Project. This image here shows up one of the park signs for Continental Lane and our signage for the public to explain the project. The project included invasive species removal, both manual invasive species removal through volunteer sessions, as well as professional invasive species removal with Friends of Hopewell Valley Open Space, who did herbicide application. And then it included site preparation through volunteer sessions to prepare the sites for planting. This is about a 5-acre area. And then finally, it included planting 288 new trees and shrubs throughout the 5-acre site, as well as protecting them with tree tubes. This image here shows one particular area of the site. It's sort of a tangle of invasive species. A lot of the trees here had been ash trees, which died to disease. So the emerald ash borer and other parts of the site had a lot of canopy loss due to a tornado which came through a few years ago. So a lot of new canopy openings, which means a lot of new sun, which invites all the invasive species to sort of take over. So the project goal was to reset these areas, get new trees in the ground, and reforest this area and really start to restabilize this forest because it's historically important right along Continental Lane, important to the park, but also very visible. The site is entirely bounded by park roads, so it's visible all around and just one of the main sort of central parts of the park. This is an after image. This is the same area. You can see the park also actually had the roads repaved. You can see here all the invasive species have been removed and new trees have been planted and fenced with these tree tubes. The tree tubes really help identify the extent of the project and to show exactly where all the trees are. And of course, their main function is to protect seedlings from deer browse and deer rut. Here's a process image of that same area. You can see some of the debris being stacked up, some of the cut invasive species being piled up to be brought away in preparation for planting. Some of those tree tubes in the back that are already standing were identified native tree seedlings that were already growing on the site. So wherever we found those, we fenced those and prioritized those. This is an image showing some of the state tree work. They came through the whole project area and actually cut down a lot of the dead trees as well as cleaned up a lot of the fallen trees that had fallen from the tornado. And this video just shows planting day. You can see we've already got a lot of the tree tubes up, a few more trees going in the ground, and some more fencing being prepared with stakes. We had 9 different species, 288 trees and shrubs of 9 different native species, several oaks, hickories, witch hazel, viburnum, sycamore, river birch. Here you can see we were about halfway through. We have about 150 trees left there to go. And then this is just a video driving along the upper road that bounds the site. You can see we've got tree tubes really throughout the site. We prioritized areas depending on how open the canopy was. So areas that had a more closed canopy are able to resist the spread of invasive species a little bit better by shading them out. And also the leaf litter on the ground helps stops the seeds from germinating. So areas that had less canopy were the areas that we focused on planting the most amount of trees. That one area that where I showed the before and after images coming up, you can see there's quite a few tree tubes there. But really, again, the trees are planted throughout the site, including down along the stream towards the left of the video is a stream, and there are some river birches and sycamores that we planted down there. And this video is me demonstrating how we did the planting. I laid out orange flags everywhere that I wanted a tree to make locating where holes were supposed to be dug easier. And then I used that drill with an auger bit to pretty easily create the hole and fluff up the soil. Then I put in the mycorrhizal fungi to help the roots establish and get more water. Then I plant the tree. This might have actually just been a little witch hazel, not so a shrub, not a tree, but will get pretty big too. And then I put the fence on it. So thanks for watching and thanks so much for the opportunity.